Hello, Jorn.
Hi.
We are at the 10th year of Tomorrowland. Would you like to wish something to the people that they organize this great festival?
I was last Friday the first time here. I was so impressed about the organization because I really played around the world in the last 5 years, but I've never seen an organization like this who works together with all stages, and yeah, it's simply amazing. Simply amazing. You can see that on stage. You can see that behind the stage. The logistic behind it's unreal. Really unreal. It's simply perfect.
You have played to the biggest festivals, and you were lucky to have your track as the official anthem of the Assault event.
It was. I was really surprised because. The contrast was very strong because so many great producers was inside. I think it was Marlon and Andriel and so many other guys, and I really respect these guys. And but at the end, I was really happy, and to have an anthem for one of the best trance radio shows in the world is it's just more as an honor, you know. So thank you so much for every vote.
When did you wrote this track? Did you have something special in your mind?
I got in 1 week 2 requests. The first request came from Armin's management to do a remix for Love Never Came, and 1 day later I got from Ruben de Rondon an email with a request if I'm up to do a contest for State of Trance New Horizons. And I said, wow, I'm currently on tour in Asia. I have at the moment not time because I think it was 4 days in Singapore and Malaysia, and then I came back for 1 day at home and flew then to Siberia, and I was really in stress with touring as DJ. And the management for Armin said, "Yeah, you have a deadline of 7 days." So it's impossible. I can't do this. Okay, I will do some extra days on top, so you can do this in 20 days, 21 days. And Ruben said to me, "You can do it by the end of the week." End of the month, sorry. And I just came back from Siberia, worked then on the remix for Armin in 3 days, 4 days, roundabout. And then I had no idea what to do for the anthem because I was 3 days in my studio. I had no idea what to do with melodies, to search some nice plugins. I had really no idea because that was not a remix or not just a track. It was an anthem, and an anthem is for me a very special thing, you know. And after 3 days I tried so many ideas to work it out, and I put it back to the bin, and then finally after 3.5 days or like this I found a nice melody, a nice chord. I worked it out, and then in the end I gave it then to a State of Trance, to the crew, and they released it 1 day later. And I saw the clicks on SoundCloud, so whoa, what's that? After 3 days, 4 days, so much clicks, much more as Andriel or Marlo. I said, wow, that is a good sign. That's a very good sign. And at the end, it became a very nice anthem. I think it's a song for everyone. And it was a big step for me also. It was a great help for my career. It was at the end. One of my top productions I've ever did.
If we have to search for producers who produce this pure trance sound, for me, Jorn Van Deynhoven is the one of them.
Thank you so much.
Why you stay faithful at the pure trance sound then?
The thing is, I try to produce my own hand sign, you know. So I really like also some nice dub elements, but that's not my thing. My thing is to have a nice break, to have a nice euphoric sound inside, a nice lead sound, and that makes my sound specific at the end. And I see at the moment so many, I said uplifting producers turns now to psytrance or like this. I don't like the style. Sometimes it's nice to listen. It's nice to listen sometimes, but it's not my feeling, you know. So my feeling is to have a nice euphoric break.
Exactly.
That's the thing, you know, with many lines of exactly. And I think at the end the success came that I tried to produce with my own hand sign. I tried to go my own way.
And this helps you a lot because you stay faithful to what you want to do.
Yeah, for me, I learned also a lot in the last years. In the first years, I produced a lot of remixes, as example. Most of them was played only on radio shows. Then I had a problem as DJ. When I played as DJ then, I had no tracks for me as DJ to play, mostly vocal trance tracks. And that was not the way to go. And I considered then, what can I do? And Spotlight, as example, was the first club track I did for my profile. And I said, wow, it works much better at the remixes and the productions I did before, like Fastlane or Godspeed or whatever. And then I had with Spotlight a very nice melody. I think it was a nice club track. And the follow-up was Headliner, and Headliner was much more successful as Spotlight. They say, wow, that's the way to go. And I tried to put the tempo a little bit down to make it much clubby at the end, much more clubby at the end. And yeah, I think it works. And I did now 5 or 6 great club tracks. And think that's the way to go for the next years.
So are you going to carry on that 132, 134, 35 BPM?
Maybe, I think so, yeah. Because the thing is, I'm really happy to work with one of the best record companies for dance music.
Exactly.
It's Amara Music, and I'm really happy to work with a nice management who works in so many years in this business. And when I travel then around the world, yeah, I see what kind of music is very popular. And I really love uplifting trance, but I see on the big festivals, on the big events, uplifting has no
hope, eh?
Yeah, to be honest, that's a true word. Eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
What tracks are we going to wait from you? Do you have any releases coming soon?
Not coming soon. I had currently a very nice progressive trance tracks, also in the Beatport trance charts. It's called Lazy Sundays.
Oh yes, it's wonderful. Vito Dito, eh?
It's a nice track. Yeah, Vito sent me 1.5 years ago a nice melody. And said, man, maybe this is something for you. And I said, wow, I'm working on my album, so let's work it out. And I worked it out then in my studio. And I considered first to make it for my album. But 2 months ago, I considered then to release it as own single. And it's now on position 15. It works well, so I hope...
It's really beautiful. Are you going to carry on producing progressive trance?
Yeah, I love it too. So I produced a lot of progressive trance tracks in the first years. So I'm a producer. I'm not just an uplifting DJ or producer. I'm a producer. I produce all kind of stuff. You know, I can produce also hardcore. It's also not a problem for me. So
okay. So you love producing then in your studio. How much time do you spend in your studio?
For production or?
For production.
It depends sometimes. So the thing is, when I have deadlines, it's very easy for me to fulfill the deadlines in 2 days or 3 days. But sometimes I work currently on a rework. I try to work it out on Ableton. So the thing is, normally I use with Logic. Logic 10 is my software, and but sometimes I have a production that said, okay, try this one in Ableton with Fruity Loops or FL Studio, and yeah, and that's at the end not just a job. So the thing is, I learn also new things. Exactly. You know what I mean. So yeah,
it's something that you enjoy doing it. It's not something like the.
I will do my job and then it's finished. So
exactly.
I will. Yeah.
You always search for new ideas, I guess.
Exactly.
Do you think also vocal trance is very popular at the moment?
In my opinion, 80% of them are nothing special. When you see the lyrics behind. That's in my opinion really nothing special. You have 20% of them; they are very huge hits. You have it's nice to listen. It's easy to understand, and most of them are really.
So you search always for something very special.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really proud to be in this position at the moment. To pick the best of the best. As example,
exactly.
I did last year only 2 remixes. Yeah. The first remix was Black Hole. It was a huge hit. Also, not huge shit. Amazing. It was a huge hit.
Exactly.
And I think the original mix was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. And that was the decision to make then a Jorn Van Deynhoven mix on that. And the other one was Love Never Came from Armin van Buuren. And when I heard the original mix, I said to him, Armin, what a track! That's the lyrics, amazing. And yeah, he was also impressed about my words. And some months ago, I got a request then. I did only 2 remixes, but 2 of one of the best vocal trance tracks of last year.
Do you have any track signed it? Do you know any release dates?
No, at the moment not, because I work now on a follow-up since 4 months now on New Horizons. The thing is, I did a lot of work in my private life, so I worked on my house. I had so much private things to do in the last month. That was the first priority for me.
Do you have also another job? Or this
no,
is
I work.
100%
Yeah, that's my main job. Yeah, exactly. So I produce also for other artists, and that's my main income for that.
Okay, so you are producing for other artists, and did they buy the tracks and they put
like
their
this?
names
Yeah,
in
sure.
it?
This is normal in this business. So
It is, huh?
yeah, it is. At the end, it's just a job.
Exactly. And I was surprised that you told me that you have also roots from Germany, and I was wondering if Germany, you think, is going to come back in trance, or you think in Germany trance is dead and now all this deep house scene is coming from there?
I grew up with a German trance scene in Frankfurt, and yeah, I know this scene very well. And I think we have a strong scene in Germany, a small scene but a strong scene, and one of them is Thaler, as example. He really holds the flag for the German trance scene, and I really have so much respect for him because of this. Yeah, and I really hope that
person as well. It's very
exactly, and he's a legend in Germany, and. For me, he's one of these guys. I have a lot of respect for him because of this. But we have not so much DJs in Germany who hold the flag for real trance music. Eh?
Okay, and let's finish with other festivals. Are you going to perform next after your performance here?
Yeah, I play next week on Nature One, then I play in a big festival in Poland, Audio Lake Festival. Then I have 1 month off because I spend my time in vacation then. And when I come back, I play Ministry of Sound, and then over and over again.
Oh wow! You have so many gigs. So many people
it's okay.
will...
But it's hard work. So I'm really thankful for that. But it's hard work at the end.
Okay. Would you like to send a message to the people that they will watch this?
Yeah, I'm really proud to play in the scene. I'm very proud to produce music for you. And I'm really happy that you enjoy my music, and I really hope also that you like my music for the next years.